Hi, and welcome to the Queen's Brunch 2021. I'm Corey Michaels here in the Auction Frog Studios, along with Ellsberg Studios and all of the folks with the Chimpanzee Sanctuary Northwest, and of course, all of our amazing chimpanzees as well, and you. So glad that you are finding us, whether or not you're watching on YouTube or on Facebook. Thank you for being a part of the Queen's Brunch. Whether this is your first one or you're a veteran and been a part of the family for a long time, we thank you so very much for your love and generosity and care for these amazing creatures. Now, if you haven't already gotten registered for the auction, come on, get on there. You can be able to help get the journey of our Lucky Six all the way up to Cle Elum, Washington. We'll be telling you more about that coming up in just a few and introducing you to the Lucky Six as well. But you also want to be bidding on the amazing items that we have. Lots of them one-of-a-kind items, great experiences with our chimpanzees. All you have to do is just go to queensbrunch2021.afrogs.org, get registered there, and then go check out all the items if you haven't already. The bidding for all of the different items on the auction are going to stay open till tomorrow night at 7 p.m. Pacific time. So once again, that's Pacific time because we have people watching right now in Jupiter, Florida, is Paulette, Ohio, Charlotte, North Carolina watching right now. Thank you so much. Betty in Fullerton, California. We have Linda in Scotland, not city of Scotland, not Scottsdale. No, the country of Scotland. Thank you, Linda, for being with us. Also, Kayla in Hawaii, Ballard, Washington, Pam watching right now, and the list goes on and on. Would love to see where you're watching right now. So whether you're watching on Facebook, on YouTube, in the comments, go ahead and tell us where you are. What's your favorite chimp? Maybe what are your favorite items on the bidding right now for the online auction? Go ahead and share. We're all in this together. We might not be all in one room together once again this year, but we are all here in spirit and all here for one common reason, and that is the care and the well-being of these fabulous chimpanzees at the Chimpanzee Sanctuary Northwest. Now, if you have any problems, any of the technical issues that are going on with your online bidding process, okay, we're not tech support, but when it comes to any of your issues with, if you have any with your online auction, you can always call our crew at 208-807-3808 to be able to help you through any of the registration or online bidding process if you're having any hiccups. Because we want everyone to be able to sit back, bid high, bid often, and watch the fabulous videos we have and all of the great things that are to come here with the Queen's Brunch 2021, because we have a big birthday celebration once again for Queen Negra going on today. 48 years old for Queen Negra. Of course, just a couple of days ago, it was Honeybee's birthday as well. So Honeybee, happy birthday. And Honeybee is also going to be our Chimp House correspondent through the course of the Queen's Brunch here. We'll check in with her in the one Chimp House and the birthday girl, Queen Negra, in the other Chimp House. In fact, let's start with Honeybee and see, hey there, Honeybee. Just kind of hanging out with her toy right at the moment, conserving her energy, getting ready for all the birthday festivities. Thanks, Honeybee, and happy belated birthday to you, my dear. There's our birthday girl. There's the star, the queen, Miss Negra. Happy birthday, Negra. And we'll check in with both of them through the course of the event today so that we can see how they're doing and what's going on in the two different chimp houses. So lots happening as we make our way through here. Once again, if you haven't gotten registered yet, go to queensbrunch2021.afrogs.org. All right, now, there is only a few spots left. We have something very special for you this time around. It is a VIP Zoom call after party. So after the brunch party is going to be happening. And that is item number 5 when you're looking at the online auction. This brunch party is going to be live from the Chimp House, going to get an exclusive tour of the Chimp House. You'll be able to ask questions, get answers with all the caregivers there at the Chimpanzee Sanctuary Northwest. It's going to be a fabulous exclusive experience, but there's only a handful of tickets to be able to be a part of that. So make sure and get on. They're gonna go fast and gonna fill up fast. So once again, Queens Brunch 2021.afrods.org. And that is item number 5 to be able to be a part of that. Now, we talk about this every time. Last year at the Queens Brunch, at the Hoot celebration last fall, that it takes a village. It takes all of us together to be able to give the resources that are needed to the fabulous staff there at the Chimpanzee Sanctuary Northwest. So get those in, all your bids, and all of us together. We're going to be able to make that difference. Now, a lot of those are you as the donors and the people with the love and the care to want to make sure that they are taken care of. A lot of fabulous artists, businesses that make this possible each and every day. One of those artists is Tira. Tira, I got a chance to chat with about a week ago on Zoom and talk about her incredible donation of love that you're going to see more of here, and you've already seen if you've been looking at the different auction items as well. So here was part of our conversation coming up last week.
Tira, why don't we start with how you got involved with the Chimpanzee Sanctuary Northwest, and of course your beautiful art piece that kind of solidified that relationship.
So about 5 years ago, I started drawing elephants, and I'm really drawn to the plight of captive wildlife, because it's all very good and fine to say, shut down the circus, shut down the lab, shut down these things. But unless there's an appropriate space to put these creatures, it's kind of moot, right? Like we're seeing with those animals from the Wildlife Waystation that they're moving. And there's a chronic across all species. There is this staggering shortage of appropriate sanctuary space for everything, particularly the high functioning creatures like orca, great ape. I've always really had it in for intelligent animals. I think intelligent animals are so incredible. And chimps, I mean, come on. Chimps are crazy intelligent. They know exactly what's happening, and they deserve the ability to live the life. You know, obviously they deserve to be more in nature, but if they can't do that, then they really deserve this life. So they really spoke to me. And interestingly, so you know Dr. Aaron, the vet at Chimp Sanctuary Northwest, we were best friends in 6th grade.
Oh.
In Southern California. And she moved away, and we puberty hit and we disappeared from each other's lives. And then Facebook, we got connected. And so I have this other way to be in with Chimp Sanctuary, and I just love what they do, and I'm totally in love with Burrito. He's my friend for life, even though we've never met. And so it was just sort of natural. So chimps, I started doing chimps were the first thing I did outside of elephants.
The piece that you won an award for, if I remember correctly,
yes, I have it with
Foxy.
me. Yes, it's Foxy, and I brought her with me, so you can see. So she's in a sleeve, but you can see that's my Foxy. And
so gorgeous.
Well, thank you. It's fun to do her because she has so much going on in her eyes. You know, it's the eyes of these types of intelligent creatures, and the soul really does come through. And that's what you want to, or what I try to capture as an artist, is the soul of these animals. Because I think if people could see their souls, they would stop and think of what we do to them, right? That's my dream.
Well, that's, I think, all of our dreams, and why we're all here together for all of these beautiful creatures today. And I'm so happy that you're excited and a part of it all now and sharing your talent. And it is quite the talent, Tira.
Oh, thank you. Thank you very much.
Why don't you tell us a little bit real quick about what's in the auction today?
Well, so this auction, this is Fabulous Foxy, and it's an original. So my originals are few and far between because each piece takes between 50 to 75 hours. It's a 4 to 5 layer process, where I start by a rough sketch and then I lay down and I work from left to right because I lay my hand on the paper. There's no other reason than that. I don't want to smear it. And I'll start really, and I go deeper and deeper and deeper, and I just work my way across, and it takes days and days and days to finish them.
Well, I hope that it is going to bring a lot of joy to whoever acquires this piece. I know I'd like to jump in that in there as well. Well, Tira, again, thank you. Thank you for your passion, and thanks for joining me and spending some time today.
Thank you. I really appreciate it. And I so admire your personality for these auctions and the energy you bring to them. It's wonderful.
Oh, thank you so much.
Oh, and I'm sure Tira is watching right now. Tira, thank you. Thank you for your fabulous talent and your beautiful heart as well. Now, that one-of-a-kind piece, and as Tira had said, Fabulous Foxy, there is only one. There is only one original, and not very many people have any of her originals. So you can have this to have and hold. Call your very own, hang it up in the house, be able to tell all your family and friends about it. Put it up in the office and tell clients and other co-workers about the Chimpanzee Sanctuary Northwest. Plus, have a beautiful, beautiful piece of art that is one of a kind. Now, some of the other ways you can get Fabulous Foxy, you might have seen in the interview there, this tote bag. This is a buy it now, but there is only 20 of these, and this is item number 36. So once they are all sold, there will not be any more of these cotton canvases. And you talk about going to the lake, going over to the coast, wherever you happen to be going, farmers market. It's a beautiful piece there that you can be able to get. So get on there quickly. Those are going to go fast. And then there is the new kitchen towel. Both of these are new items. You can see it's got the Chimpanzee Sanctuary Northwest logo there. And of course, Fabulous Foxy. I wouldn't suggest doing dishes with this though. Put it up in just as decoration. That's pretty. You don't use pretty stuff. Okay, so there you go. And that is a buy it now as well. Item number 37. But again, only 20 of them. So get on there and get those items. And then I'm sure you've noticed these beautiful creatures behind me here. This, of course, the birthday girl, Queen Negra, in the same way she always looks, so majestic, so regal, hence the name the Queen. Then the boss, Jamie. And Jamie and I had a connection. Jamie loves boots. And Jamie, if you were watching in the Chimp House, I'm going to be bringing new boots when we come back to Cle Elum so that I can be able to show you the new boots. She loved my other ones. So then over here we have Burrito, and then, of course, Nutmeg. Burrito, him and Willie B, both of them clowns, and in the most fabulous way possible. And then Nutmeg, kind of the Queen Negra of the cow pasture next to the sanctuary there. They are beautiful and so much fun to be able to watch. And all of these you can be able to bid on right now. They're picture on canvas, beautifully done. And those are items number 100, 101, 102, and 103. So once again, that is Queen's Brunch 2021.afrogs.org in order to get your bids in on all of those fabulous items. Now, it is time once again. I think we should check in with our Chimp House correspondent for the Queen's Brunch, Honeybee, and also the birthday girl herself, Queen Negra. Hey, Honeybee. Having a little snack there. Looks like Willie B and Maeve are back in there enjoying a little snack with her as well. And Queen Negra having a little birthday brunch. Oh, that looks really good, Negra. This is, once in a while at night they get a snack bag. So you can see in the paper bag there and all kinds of goodies, nice greeneries, maybe some peanuts and nuts, and just a little night snack. And of course, though, a perfect time to do that to spoil the birthday girl and make sure that she has a little extra snack there. Now, one thing I do want, and that all of us want to remind everyone, no matter where you're watching. I know we have some new watchers in Ontario, Canada. Thank you so much. Also, Bainbridge Island, Washington, Sparks, Nevada. Make sure and tell us where you're watching as well. These animals, as you look at the videos and you watch how intelligent, how amazing, the wonderful personalities they have, we want to remind you, because we don't want to give the impression as we check in with Honeybee and Negra and all the other fabulous videos, we don't want you to think we're condoning, because we're not at all, being a pet. Yes, they have wonderful personalities. Yes, they are highly intelligent and highly emotional as well, just like us. But they're not meant to be pets. They're not to be here for our entertainment in the entertainment industry. They're not, for sure as heck, to be in biomedical testing. All of these that are at Chimpanzee Sanctuary Northwest and the other certified sanctuaries around the country, that's what we have. Are animals that for most of them were born in captivity. If they weren't, they don't remember a time of being in the wild. So they can't possibly be able to be returned because they couldn't fend for themselves. They wouldn't be able to survive. So we have to be able to take them in order to be able to give them the life that they deserve. The caregivers are there to be able to make sure exactly that. They have the care that they need medically, nutritionally, enrichment and enhancement, and keep them stimulated both mentally and physically. But it's because they are accredited and certified. They're not pets. They're not hanging out watching TV together. So don't ever think that having a chimpanzee as a pet is a good idea, because it's not at all. But we're going to make sure that all of our chimpanzees, and including our lucky 6 that are on their way, have the lives that, considering how they're started, the lives they deserve now. And that's what they're getting because of you and your generosity. Now, our birthday girl, Queen Negra, she has been there for quite a while now, one of the original. And here's our tribute to the Queen, the birthday girl, Negra. Happy birthday, Queen Negra. And yes, she is very regal, very majestic. And I love the fact that we do share one thing in common in our advanced age. We both really like naps a lot. Queen Negra, she loves her blankets. She loves to take her naps, and a lot of times, yes, you could see she gets a little spunk in her every once in a while. But then a lot of times you'll just see her high up somewhere, just watching, just observing her kingdom, and very deservedly so. So happy birthday, Queen Negra. You know, this last year has been tough. It's been tough on everyone, and especially businesses, especially nonprofits. A lot of sanctuaries and others have suffered. Now, because of the passionate donors, because of you, just like our viewers right now in Indiana, in Georgia, New Jersey, UK, and especially all around Washington as well, that make sure that these animals are cared for, that they have the continued care, and are now able to expand to the Lucky 6. And to tell us a little bit more about the state of the sanctuary over this last year of the pandemic is Diana and JB.
A few years ago, we made a video to share with you the state of the sanctuary. We began by focusing on what we had accomplished in our first 10 years. Since the chimps arrived, we've been focused on two main goals. First, building a home that's worthy of the 7 incredible chimpanzees that live in it. And that's meant things like building the greenhouse, the 2-acre outdoor habitat that we call Young's Hill, the on-site veterinary clinic. And second, strengthening the organization behind it all so that it will be here as long as there are primates in need.
In that video, we also shared our plans for the future. In the last few years, we've reached a point where we've been able to look beyond the 7 chimpanzees who are here now and think strategically about the future. So with the input of our colleagues and our supporters, we've been able to sort of develop a roadmap for the future.
Our first priority is to help get more chimpanzees out of laboratories and roadside zoos and into sanctuary. To do that, we need more space. So we are embarking on a multi-phase expansion of our chimpanzee facility that will allow us to introduce additional chimpanzees to the group, and it will create a home for an additional social group. It will also provide improved veterinary facilities and workspaces for staff and volunteers. We've now completed 3 phases of our Bring Them Home campaign for expansion, which include the veterinary clinic, 2 indoor playrooms, and 2 indoor-outdoor greenhouse enclosures. We immediately experienced the benefits of the improved veterinary facilities. In 2019, we were able to welcome Willie Bee, Honeybee, and Maeve, 3 former biomedical research chimpanzees who were later taken in by the Wildlife Waystation, which closed unexpectedly. And we're now gearing up to take 6 more chimpanzees in need from the same facility.
With all of the new land that we've purchased, we actually have quite a lot to maintain, a lot of property to maintain, and that includes a lot of grass, which we need to keep mowed down for fire protection. And we've allowed our neighbor to graze his horses on the property for that purpose. But since we're a sanctuary and we love all animals, we are now looking into rescuing some farmed animals in order to help maintain the property and also provide a home for those animals in need. In 2018, 3 cows and a steer came to the sanctuary. They had been used in a reality TV show before being rescued by Farm Sanctuary in California. In addition to keeping the pastures tidy, they've really added a lot to our lives.
With your help, we've accomplished so much since 2017, but there's still a lot to do, and so much more that we want to provide for all of the animals already in our care. This fall, we will be improving our existing outdoor habitat, Young's Hill, and creating an additional outdoor habitat, which we'll be calling the Bray, so that our newest residents can experience the freedom of a multi-acre enclosure. We'll also be creating a closed-top outdoor play yard for those chimpanzees that aren't yet ready to venture fully outdoors.
For the next 2 years, we'll be concentrating on expanding for the chimpanzees. But we still have the same long-term plans for the future, which includes rescuing monkeys and building an on-site office and education center. What we said then is still true today.
This sanctuary doesn't belong to us. It belongs to the people that support it.
And we know from talking to donors that you are excited to help fulfill all of these plans and to continue the quality of care that we provide for Jamie, Burrito, Foxy, Negra, Jody, Annie, and Missy.
And now also Meredith, Honey, Betsy, Nutmeg, Willie Bee, Honeybee, Maeve, Terry, Lucky, Gordo, Cy, Rain, and Dora.
Your donations will continue to go far, and you can help us welcome the Lucky Six by sponsoring a mile of their journey to their new sanctuary home.
Oh, it's going to be quite the journey, but I know all of us together are going to be able to get the Lucky Six here. Now, next year at this time, this date, along with celebrating Queen Negra's birthday, we're going to be celebrating another birthday as well, because one of the Lucky Six shares a birthday with Queen Negra. Do you know which one? If you do, go ahead and put it into the comments, and I'll give you the answer coming up in a little bit. Right now, let's look at what that journey looks like. Now we say the Waystation is down in Southern California. So there we go, right down there, a total of 1,100 miles from California, from the Waystation to get to Cle Elum, Washington for the sanctuary. Now there was a total of the 32 chimpanzees, but 6 are going to be coming to the Chimpanzee Sanctuary Northwest, but the North American Primate Sanctuary Alliance is working with a total of 4, Chimpanzee Sanctuary Northwest being one of the accredited sanctuaries, to make sure that all of these chimpanzees are going to be able to go to quality, good homes and to be able to live the life that they deserve for the rest of their time here. So now as we make our way up, that first $9,000 that we raised for the journey because of you, that got to Bakersfield. Now, other than the Crystal Palace, not a lot of reason to spend time in Bakersfield. So because of your generosity where we sit now, we've gotten all the way up to my old stomping grounds. Look at how it goes up there. And Chico, California, where I went to college. But that puts us still not quite halfway there. Now, what does that mean? How can you be able to help? All right, if you go to item number 1, because besides celebrating Queen Negra's birthday, this is the reason why we were all here today, is for this journey of the Lucky Six. 1 mile is the equivalent of $100. So $100, you'll get them 1 mile closer to the sanctuary, and you'll get an email thanks just for helping for the journey and your love and generosity. 5 miles, $500, you'll get a postcard thanks. Then for $1,000, that will get them 10 miles closer on the journey, and you'll get an arrival email with a photo as well to be able to keep and to be able to look at and remember what an incredible journey this has been. $5,000 is 50 miles of the journey, and you'll get a photo text from the road. So actually a part of the journey, you'll be a part of it. And for $10,000, that's 100 miles, and you'll get a video call from the road as well. So you truly will be a part of their journey along the way. Now we have the rest of our time here for the Queen's Brunch celebration and the celebration of the journey of the Lucky Six. Let's see how far we're going to be able to get them, because I believe that all of us together right now, collectively, we're going to be able to get them all the way to Cle Elum before we get done with the Queen's Brunch. But that 1,100 miles only happens one way, and that's with you. So if you haven't already, go to queensbrunch2021.afrogs.org, and item number 1, put whatever you have the ability to be able to give, because every single dollar counts. 1 mile doesn't get them all the way here. So my 10 miles with someone else's 1 mile with someone else's 50 miles, all of us together, we're going to get them there. We're going to get them to their new, starter home. You remember when you bought your first home? It was the one that, it's okay. It gets us going. But then you build to be able to get to the home that you really want for the rest of your time. And that's kind of what's happening, because we needed to get them here sooner rather than later. So with that, they built a temporary starter home, if you want to call it that. And then through the course of this next year, which is going to be exciting to watch and see and make sure and keep up with all the different things that are happening along the way, there's going to be that new outside, the Bray is going to be built. Their full new enclosure, that is going to be finished over the course of the next year. That's the focus. And so let's get this all done together. Queen's Brunch 2021.afrogs.org. So at this point, I think you should actually get to meet the Lucky Six. We're going to start with the first 3. This is Cy, Dora, and Gordo. So there's the first of our Lucky Six. And, it's been exciting watching them. Also heartbreaking, because all 6 are coming from the biomedical laboratory research. So they've spent their life being poked and prodded, being in a cage. That's no life for anyone or anything. And these animals deserve so much more. And that's what you're giving them, is everything. It's giving them the care and the love and the habitat that they deserve to have. Now, since they can't be in the wild, this is the next best thing. And that's the accredited sanctuaries that are out there. Chimpanzee Sanctuary Northwest being one of those, and does such fabulous work with these animals. You can see the joy in each and every one of them in their eyes when they're playing with their enrichment toys, when they're running around in the enclosure. And we just got a $20,000 anonymous donation. This is going to be, and this is a matching donation as well. So $20,000, all you have to do, item number 1 on the online auction, queensbrunch2021.afrogs.org. Every single mile that you donate right now is going to get doubled because of this. And it gets even better than that, because if before the end of the Queen's Brunch celebration, if we can get that $20,000 to match our $20,000 anonymous donation, they're going to give another $5,000 on top of that. So a total of $45,000. That's 450 miles of the journey. Just that alone almost gets them to Cle Elum. Just so close. And all you have to do is just give. Give what you can. There is no donation too small. There is no donation, of course, too large either, obviously. We know not everyone has the ability to be able to give $20,000. But if you can give $25, that'll be $50 right now. $100 will be $200. And you can see how it adds up from there. So it's going to take all of us together. Everyone that's watching in UK and New Jersey and Georgia, Indiana, and Washington, California, Arizona, the UK, Scotland. You're watching all over the place. And collectively, globally, we are going to be able to make sure that the Lucky Six get all the way here. So right now, as we sit, we're a little past Chico because we just had a $5,000 donation come in as well. So that $5,000, that just became $10,000 because of that matching donation. So we're going to have to do the math here. While you meet the next of the Lucky Six, we're going to do a little math, not our strong suit, but we'll get there and see where we are in the journey of the Lucky Six coming up after this. All six of them beautiful, amazing, and incredible personalities. I like Dora, Dora, who you met just a few minutes ago. Dora's a groomer. She was kind of the misfit of the crowd. She didn't really know, having been born into captivity in biomedical laboratory research, really how to be a chimp. And then a couple of the others, I believe Rain and one of those, kind of took them under their wing and had to teach her how to be a chimpanzee. She's still mistrustful of caretakers, obviously so. I don't think she's been treated the best in her lifetime so far, but she will now. And she's going to find that the caregivers at Chimpanzee Sanctuary Northwest are going to show her nothing but love and respect. And eventually, she's going to come along there. But she's quite the groomer of the group. So out of the Lucky Six, she keeps the other five. She makes sure she grooms them and makes sure they're looking as beautiful as humanly possible. Now, with all the donations coming in so far on our journey, it looks like we're just about to the halfway mark. Almost. We're just a couple of miles away from getting to Weed. So, and that's the town, not anyway. So we're almost to Weed, almost halfway. And so, but we're not going to get that total $20,000 anonymous match unless we match the $20,000. And hey, Melanie, how many miles do we have to go to match that 20,000? About 10,000. So we're about halfway as well to the total of that $20,000 match so that we can get the other $5,000 anonymous donation for matching the total of the $20,000. But we have to do it before the end of the Queen's Brunch here to be able to get all of that. So please, now is the time. We need you more than ever. And these 6, more importantly, these lucky 6 need you more than ever. So Queen's Brunch 2021.afrogs.org. And we'll check in again before we're all done here and see where we are. But that's where things are sitting right now. So just a little bit south of there. And so as we're making our way towards Cle Elum and towards the sanctuary, I'm just so excited to be able to see them get all the way there. And I know you are as well. But item number 1, keep those bids coming in. We only have a few minutes left to go at this point, and we're going to check in one more time in just a moment here with our Chimp House correspondent. But first, we gave you a trivia question earlier in the Queen's Brunch, and it was, which of the lucky 6 is celebrating a birthday today as well? And next year it'll be a dual celebration for the Queen's Brunch. Of course, Negra is still queen, so, if you had put down Terry, you'd be absolutely correct. Terry, it's Terry's birthday today, and sharing that birthday with Queen Negra. Happy birthday, Terry. We can hardly wait to be able to meet you and to be able to see even more when you get to your starter home, and then be able to go out for the first time into the Bray and all the rest of the fabulous things that are going to be coming over the course of this next year with the Chimpanzee Sanctuary Northwest. So we should probably check in real quick here with Honeybee and Negra and see how things are going there. Well, it looks like Honeybee, you're all tuckered out there, Honeybee. I know, it's been an exciting Queen's Brunch. So you just hang out on the fire hoses, and you deserve a little rest there, Honeybee. Negra throwing kisses to everyone. There she is, the Queen, the birthday girl, one of the original, rescued by Chimpanzee Sanctuary Northwest, but continues to have the life that she deserves. More kisses because of you and because of your generosity, because of your love. I could sit there and look at Negra kissing on the camera and kissing on the caregivers there for hours, and it would never, ever get old. And that's with watching all of them. I think last year when we went to Cle Elum and had the honor, along with Auction Frogs and Ellsberg Studios, to be able to go up to Cle Elum, and just sitting there outside the enclosure, I mean, all of us just sat there in awe. And, well, Kayla was watching the cows, but the rest of us were, in there just watching all of the chimps and watching their different personalities. And even though there's some similar looks, that's the first thing you were able to notice the difference in each one is just their personalities. Well, it looks like we just got another $10,000 from Sandra Sharp. That puts us at $2,000 left to go. $2,000, and we will have that total of $25,000. So with that $10,000, where is that putting us right now? That's almost to Crater Lake, Oregon. So, and well over halfway now. Oh, Sandra, thank you so much. So let's keep those coming in. We've got we're heading towards the end here. We're going to get into what the overall total is, including all of the auction items, because we don't want you to forget about those. Keep those bids coming in, bid high, bid often, because that's what's going to the overall care of all of the chimpanzees, and also to be able to get the expansion and all that done. So we need the auction items, but we need to get the lucky 6 here, and we are well on our way. So I know before we are done here in about 2 minutes that we're going to be able to match that. If not all the way to Cle Elum quite yet, I know we'll be able to do it. You can do it. 2 more thousand. That's all we need to be able to get that total of $25,000 anonymous match. So keep those coming in while I make a couple of really exciting announcements coming up here, and I think Melanie's going to be putting together my overall total, and so that I can be able to tell you and what we've been able to achieve all together during the Queen's Brunch here. But a couple of exciting notes: fall of this year, on September 18th, we will once again, of course, have the Hoot celebration. The Hoot will be happening September 18th, and it will be virtual once again this year. But coming up in 2022, in the fall, September 16th, I know it's a ways off, but we wanted to make sure, I know we're all excited about it, and we knew you would be as well. We will be back in person, all of us together, for the Hoot 2022, and that is going to be September 16th of 2022. So a couple of exciting things there. And Melanie, do we have our overall totals? And then we'll check and see if we've got your $2,000 collectively. We don't need one person to give the $2,000 more dollars, although that would be wonderful. But we need to get that $2,000 before we're done, or we're going to lose out on the $5,000 that was the added bonus for that anonymous donation, was to get all of that $20,000 in. So our total to this time, $69,000. Now, our total all that we're looking for all together, $110,000. So we're well on our way there. We're well on our way to our chimpanzees. We got it? All right, the other $2,000 came in as well. So we got the total of the $25,000 match, which that is putting them well past Crater Lake then at that point. Now that we've got the other $20,000 in there, we've got the $5,000 in there on the journey of the Lucky Six. And we should be able to show you here where that is, where they should be all together. We put them at just past Crater Lake, but now they should be, somewhere around Washington? Not quite to the Washington border. So we're still a little shy of but we're definitely past Crater Lake, Oregon, or a little past there once we get it all in. But you know what? Watch Facebook. I'll be giving you an announcement coming up later on today in where we are, and as the journey progresses, you have until 7 o'clock tomorrow night. That's 7 o'clock Pacific time at Queen's Brunch at .afrogs.org, and that will get you all of the different auction items, also your way to be able to help with the journey of the Lucky Six. So keep those coming in, and remember that there is auto bid that is set up. Now, what the auto bid is you can be able to put a high amount so that you can go to sleep tonight. You can go to work tomorrow. You don't have to worry about it. If there's an item you really want to get, put what your high amount is, and then where your starting bid is, and then whenever someone outbids you, it'll just automatically outbid them. You'll get a little notification letting you know. And then if we've hit your high bid amount, well, it's okay. You'll get an announcement, you'll get that notification, and then you can be able to go back on, either reset your auto bid to a higher amount, go look at another item, whatever you would like to do there. So that's auto bid. And then one other exciting thing is the bid wars. Bid wars, what that is, when we get into the final 10 minutes, so it's 6:50 Pacific time, coming up tomorrow, every bid that comes in on an item, it extends that time by just a couple of minutes for that item, giving you enough time to be able to go back and to get another bid in. And so while everyone's bidding on that item, each bid that comes in, a couple more minutes here, a couple more minutes there, until there is only one. So once there's down to one and those last couple of minutes expire, then it is the item. But it can get quite exciting there. Now, we are going to go right now, and if you missed it earlier, we're going to show you once again the star of this Queen's Brunch, and there's a whole lot of them, but the main star, of course, Queen Negra and her birthday. Well, we were supposed to end with just that replay of the tribute to Queen Negra, the birthday girl, but so much exciting news came in right at the end here that we had to come back around here to be able to share with you. So we just found out from our anonymous donor, the one that did the matching $20,000. She was so impressed that we actually got to the $20,000 match before the end, got that extra $5,000. But because she was so excited that we did it, just announced that another $5,000 is going to be donated because of that. And it gets us really close. That puts us at a total of $95,000. So 950 miles of the 1,100 miles. So we're just past the Washington border, just past Goldendale, Washington. And so getting closer all the time. And I know we're going to be able to get the lucky 6 here. Thank you. Thank you so much. Thank you to all the anonymous donations there that came in. So much generosity. But Meg, $100. Diana Park Jones, $100. Linda, $25. We had that anonymous donation of the $5,000. But whether it was 25, whether it was 100, whether it was 5,000, 20,000, it all matters. Each and every one. And we thank you so much. Now, also need to make sure and announce who the winner is of our Chimpanzee Sanctuary Northwest prize pack for being a registered user, and Robin Salek. Robin Salek, congratulations. You've got a fabulous prize pack from the Chimpanzee Sanctuary Northwest. So there, now we really get to say goodbye. All those that got in on the VIP experience for the Zoom call, that is actually live and open right now. So you're going to be able to go over there and get in. You should have the link if you were already registered for that. But for all of you, no matter where you're watching in the world, in the country, we thank you so much. On behalf of myself, Corey Michaels, Ellsberg Studios, Auction Frogs, Chimpanzee Sanctuary Northwest, but most importantly, each and every one of our chimpanzees, thank you for your love and care. And we will see you next time for Hoots. That is once again going to be coming up September 18th. Keep those bids coming in. Bid high, bid often. You have till 7 p.m. tomorrow Pacific time to keep the bids on the auction and donations coming in. Bless you, and we will talk again soon. $96,000 and growing.